Hey, Shalom, Kwame Ashala. Yeah, this is Brother Gabar Yala coming back at you with another video through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yoshai. Just want to give all praises, glory, and honor due unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem Rakah HaChodash, and double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone of GMS. That do rule well and that do teach well, that have taught me this truth. May Yahweh Bashem Yoshai be with you in the spirit. Alright, man. It says here, it is from ABC News. It says, first human to receive Neuralink implant talks to ABC News how the chip changes life. And obviously this chip is linked with Revelation 13 and 16 on down. The charagma, the MOTB, CHIP, the charagma. This is just more miracles coming from the spiritual demon Satan, pursuing to 2 Corinthians 11:14. For Satan himself is transformed into an angel of light. And this is what you're seeing here. He's bringing forth these miracles. And the left-hand side is looking victorious once again. And this is going to cause a lot of people to be deceived into taking the CHIP, the MOTB, right? So I'm going to just play this clip. And then I'm going to get some scriptures and precepts. And I don't think this should be a long video. Anyways, let's go.
May cover story in a network TV exclusive interview with the first person implanted with Elon Musk's Neuralink. Will Reed had a chance to sit down with him. Good morning, Will.
Good morning, Michael. Neuralink makes a device that gets surgically implanted in a person's brain, and the user can then control a computer or a smartphone using only their mind. And it doesn't affect physical movement for a person with a spinal cord injury, but for this first human participant, it's affected his life in profound ways.
I didn't have anything to wake up for in the morning, and this has changed that for me.
In a GMA broadcast exclusive, Nolan Darbaugh, the first human implanted with a Neuralink chip in his brain.
1 second here. Just put this. Do not disturb.
Is telling his story.
I accepted that I was paralyzed and that was my life. I always held out hope that it would all get better.
At 22 years old, Nolan says he dove headfirst in waist-deep water, struck something, and sustained a spinal cord injury. He couldn't move from the shoulders down.
From the time of your injury until earlier this year, what was your daily life like?
I mean, one thing about being paralyzed is that there's a lot of time to sit and think. And so I thought through basically my whole life and realized all the mistakes I'd made and what I could do better.
Then, just last year, Nolan, now 30, receiving a life-changing opportunity.
One day, one of my buddies from college called me up. We talked pretty regularly, and he was like, hey, Neuralink, they opened up the human trials. And I said, what's Neuralink?
Neuralink, co-founded by Elon Musk, is an experimental implantable brain-computer interface, or BCI, a chip surgically implanted by a robot and connected by threads to a patient's brain that allows the patient to control a computer or smartphone with their mind.
And this is all from there to there.
Yeah, man.
Wow.
Neuralink is not the only company working on this technology. Several others are also testing their BCIs in paralyzed volunteers. Nolan now joins that small group as Neuralink's first patient.
I was just very happy that I would be a part of something that I believe is so monumental and this next step forward of helping people with paralysis.
What can you do now with the chip implanted that you could not do prior?
I can control a computer just like anyone else can, which is not something I was able to do beforehand.
You just played some music?
Yeah, man.
That's awesome. Do you worry because you are the first patient that something unforeseen could go wrong now that this is inside your head?
I wouldn't say worry. It was something where I knew that if I did this, then it would take a lot of headache and heartache away from the people down the road.
Just last week, news that some of the threads in Nolan's brain had retracted, affecting the performance of the device.
How'd you take the news when they told you that the threads had retracted?
Yeah, it was really hard. It was very, very hard to give up all of the amazing things that I was able to do. I think I had like cried basically afterwards.
The problem becoming an opportunity for the makers of Neuralink to explore solutions.
The reason we do clinical trial and early feasibility trial is to uncover these sort of issues as early as possible before they get marketed. And we rolled up our sleeves and found various different ways to for Nolan be able to recover his performance, which we have successfully been able to do.
As for Nolan, the future of the technology only looks bright.
It's going to be amazing when someone can have a spinal cord injury, go into a hospital, get surgery, and walk out a couple days later. I think it's going to happen. I don't think it's as far away as people might think.
Nolan's mom is his primary caregiver. She cleans him and feeds him and gets him out of bed. And while this Neuralink device won't change any of Nolan's physical realities, and it's still going to be hard for his family to live with his spinal cord injury, he says it's changed their life for the better. As for what's next for Neuralink, co-founder DJ Suh told me that they are looking to implant participants number 2 and 3 in the coming months, guys.
Yeah, it just seemed incredible, Will. I'm glad he shared that story, and thank you for bringing it to us.
So there you have it. That's the miracles, right? And the miracles. And it's very sentimental at the same time, man. As you can see here on the screen, he's gotten certain abilities back. But that's a miracle. A miracle, what does that mean? It means a wondrous work of the Most High. And that's what the left-hand side is showing you. They're God now. The so-called white man, he's God. And, through his technology, he has a God complex. And that's what he's showing you. He can make miracles happen through his technology. And, this guy had a spinal cord injury, and he wasn't able to walk and do certain things. And now he's able to do things that he wouldn't normally do with that injury. You just saw it. So, hey, that's very serious. But I just want to bring out 2 Corinthians 2:11. Right? 2 Corinthians 2:11. Let's pull that up. Can't be ignorant of Satan's devices out here. This is 2 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 11. Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. Yeah, man, and you can't be ignorant of this device. And that device is really starting with his intent. That comes from the mind. And it's an evil intent. It's an evil purpose. It's very sinister and very destructive. Right? So this is all a trap. And a lot of people out here, they're ignorant. To the average person, when they watch this video, they'll think, oh, this is a beautiful thing. This is a miracle. But they don't realize this is a trap for the long run. Because with this Neuralink, it's going to be linked to a lot of things, right? And we know that it's about control. The elite's controlling your every move, what you do, what you say, how you eat. That's serious. But I'll read this again. Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. That's right. And the spiritual demon Satan who is being used by the so-called white man. He's a very subtle enemy. And he uses many strategies to deceive the people, and this is one of them. And as individuals in the faith, we should not be ignorant of this and his devices. This guy, man, he's a very watchful adversary, and he's going to take all advantages, anything that he can get, and use that against us, right? And one thing that he's using is technology. That's to throw you off from really thinking about the real miracle worker, which is Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. What do you think of it? So just keep that in mind. For we are not ignorant of his devices. And like I said, man, a lot of our people, man, they are ignorant. But the scriptures also says, if he be ignorant, let him be ignorant still. Roughly paraphrasing. So yeah, man, ignorance. We should be very cautious of what's going on out here. And that's why it's good to keep up with current events. It's good to keep up with the news. It's good to watch your surroundings, man, and take a good look at your environment. Look at what's going on. Pay attention. All right, so I want to get 2 Corinthians... I think I should get 2 Corinthians 11. I don't know why it just changed here. Anyways, 2 Corinthians 11. 2 Corinthians 11 and 14. So let's pull this up. It says here, and no marvel, for Satan himself is transformed into an angel of light. Therefore, it is no great thing if his ministers also be transformed as ministers of righteousness. That's right, Neuralink. Because that's a minister who's working for the spiritual demon Satan. Because how'd they get this technology? They got this technology in the lab by conjuring up spirits, man. You think this is really of the Most High? Yes, the Most High, he sanctioned it to happen on the left-hand side, which is through his imperfect will. But that comes out of the spiritual demon Satan. I believe you got to remember precepts like Isaiah 45 and 7. The Lord creates peace. He creates good and evil, right? And he creates darkness, right? So obviously the credit goes to the Lord, but it's through his imperfect will. And that imperfect will is done through the left-hand side, which is done through the spiritual demon Satan. Okay, so anyways, man, it says, and no marvel, for Satan himself is transformed into an angel of light. That's right, he's a miracle worker. He's able to make you walk when you couldn't walk before. He's able to make you see when you couldn't see before. Right, just like what we saw here, man.
Right now.
It's amazing, man. This is amazing. This guy's playing chess with his mind, man. Playing chess with his mind through a computer. That's serious, man. That's serious. This has never been really done before. Right? And he's giving his testimonies about how it's going to get better in the future. Right? So this devil, this so-called white man, he's looking like an angel of light. He's looking like a savior. And nobody wants to give credit to the real savior, which is Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. And really that starts with Yahushai, obviously. Because he's coming back to do a mighty saving. He's coming back to save the elect. And with that deliverance, man, it comes with being transformed, having new bodies, being indestructible. You know, that's a real miracle. But hey, nobody's thinking about that. Verse 15, therefore it is no great thing if his ministers also be transformed as the ministers of righteousness, whose end shall be according to their works. There you go. All right. We just mentioned those things. Now let me get this. Let's get 1 Peter chapter 5, verse 8. Because we got to be sober out here. Hey, man, the chip is right around the corner. All right, the chip is right around the corner, man. And you can't make these things out here distract you. You got to be sober and you got to be vigilant. Because the spiritual demon Satan, aka the devil, man, he's seeking to devour you, man. This is 1 Peter chapter 5, verse 8. Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about seeking whom he may devour. You look at the word sober. Oops. Let's look at the word sober here. Nifo, to be sober, to be calm and collected in spirit, to be temperate, dispassionate, circumspect. Circumspect means to be all around 360 degrees, looking around. Yeah, to be sober, to be calm and collected in spirit. Yeah, you got to know how to rule your spirit, especially in these times. Especially near the end, because we're headed into some perilous times. Things that you've never seen before. Will really see things that mankind has never witnessed before. And really, you have to go back to Isaiah chapter 33 and 6. Wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times and the strength of thy salvation. And that's what's going to keep you sober. That's what's going to keep you calm. That's what's going to keep you collected in the spirit. You having this truth. You having faith and believing in Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. All right, so let's look up the word vigilant. Gregorio, it says to watch. Metaphorically, give strict attention to, be cautious, active. That's right, and give strict attention to. And that's the problem with our people, man. They're not paying attention. They're not watching. You know, they're just walking around carelessly, aloof. Especially you men. You men, man, you Israelite men. You shouldn't be so careless in this day and age. You know, only women and kids can get away with being careless. Women and kids. I remember listening to The Godfather. That guy, he gave his little testimony on that. Michael Corleone. I think it was Vito Corleone or Michael Corleone. They were talking about that. Anyway, it says here, to take heed lest through remission and indolence, some destructive calamity suddenly overtake one. That's right. So you got to be vigilant. You got to be awake. You got to watch. You know, it's high time to awake out of sleep, because this devil, man, he's going to come down hard. He's going to come down hard. And first, it's going to look all great. It's going to look all rosy by all these miracles he's doing, but then it's going to become mandatory. Then it's going to be made into law. And then what? You're screwed. You know, what are you going to do then? What are you going to do then? All right. All right, man. Now, let me go back and reread it. It says, be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about seeking whom he may devour. Yeah. And you know how strong a lion is? You know, a lion is an apex predator. It stalks its prey. Stalking you through the tall grass, man. And then when he catches you slipping, he runs up on you. He pounces on you. He hits you with that claw, swipes you, scrapes you up. Then he bites down on you and paralyzes you, man. And then he just devours you, man. Hey, that's what this devil's that's what this devil's getting ready to do. And you can't fight a lion on your own. You know how hard it is to fight a lion? You need the full spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushai to do that. So the only thing that can protect you from this devil, you know, is really Yahweh Shem Yahushai. And guess what? Yahweh Shem Yahushai will protect you. That's if you believe and fear him. You know, he'll put a hedge over you and protect you from all these wicked things out here, especially the MOTB. So it says here, whom resist steadfast in the faith, knowing that the same afflictions are accomplished in your brethren that are in the world. Yeah, man. All right, so let me get Revelation chapter 13, verse 16. Just want to link this Neuralink chip with the MOTB. So it says, Revelation chapter 13, verse 16, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. That's right. So, yeah, everybody's going to get it, man. Small and great, rich and poor, ones that have disabilities, ones that are lame, you know, that can't do things for themselves. I look like this guy that you just saw in the video here, the 4-minute video clip. You know, everybody's going to take it. Whatever category or bracket you fall under, you're going to take it. And this is showing you that it's going to be made mandatory. Right? And it's right around the corner. I'm telling you, man, the infrastructure is already here. It's already here. They just have to make it or write it into law now. Okay, but they're softening you up with videos like these, showing you how this is for your benefit, how it's for your convenience, how it's a miracle work. If you take this, man, you can't go wrong. Now it says to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead. Yeah, that's right. And that mark is going into the what? The charagma. Let's look it up. Charagma. A stamp, an imprinted mark of the mark stamped on the forehead of the right hand as the badge of the followers of the Antichrist. The mark branded upon horses. Thing carved, sculpture, graven work of idolatrous images. There you go. All right? Of the mark stamped on the forehead or the right hand as the badge of the followers of the Antichrist. And there's many Antichrists. Many. A lot of things can make you anti-Yahushai. Worshipping the gods of the different nations, that makes you an Antichrist. You worshipping yourself, that makes you an Antichrist. But definitely taking this mark, it makes you an Antichrist. Because you're telling the Lord that you're paying allegiance to the spiritual demon Satan. And remember, man, this is a badge. Okay, this is a badge. Okay, it's a badge and it's a branding. So the mark branded upon horses, that's right. So you're going to be branded like cattle if you take this. Whether if it does miraculous works for you or not, you're still branded. Why would you want to be branded? Come on, man. Think about that. You're somebody's property, man. Thing is, you're somebody's property and they don't even care about you. That's these devils, man. They don't care about you. They don't care about you. Of idolatrous images. There you go. A stamp as a badge of servitude, or a sculptured figure, statue, graven, mark. Alright? So that's the M-A-R-K, the charagma. And that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. And you won't be able to function in the society if you don't have the MOTB, the M-A-R-K, the charagma, the C-hip. If you don't have it, you won't be able to function like a so-called normal person. Verse 18, here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. That's right, 666. And that's going into the universal barcode. You know, once you take this, you're going to become the barcode. You know, like all those things when you go, you know, when you go into the store and you purchase an item, it has a barcode, a black and white striped barcode. You scan it onto the scanner when you're going to go to the checkout. That's going to be inside you, right? You're going to and that shows you're really juiced into the system. You're really juiced in. All right? And that means it's a more centralized government. More centralized government. Centralized way of doing things. Complete control. They'll know every move you make. Every move you make. Every transaction you make. Wow. Complete control. So anyways, man, I hope this was edifying. Until next time, just want to give all praises, glory, and honor due unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakah, HaChadash, and double honors to the apostles and elders of great millstone, that Ruban, that do teach one, that have taught me this truth. To you, I say Shalom, and Shalom unto the hopeful elect. Kwame Yashala and Ababu Ba. Shalom.